Hello, this is the Black Nationalist channel coming back at you again with another video. So with this video, I want to speak upon, and it's making its rounds on Twitter, about this transgender Faye Jostone, who is Hersey's, being promoted by Hersey's, because you do know March is Women's Month, of course. And right now they have this transgender man, Faye Jostone, who is a trans, and they having him being promoted around to promote the Hershey's bar candy. Now, there is an uproar with this, and the reason why is because it's trying to highlight, this dude is trying to be highlighted in honor of International Women's Day. Now, I know the world wants people to say she to pronounce the correct pronouns. I'm going to pronounce what is correct, which is scientific. It's a male. It's a dude that is playing dress up as a female. Now, a lot of these guys over here, for some odd reason, they really need to seek mental help, because I don't understand as to where they got the idea that they are truly a woman. See, they think being a woman is putting on makeup, wearing little clothes, fancy clothes, wearing little heels, putting on jewelry, doing their hair in different types of styles. They think that's what it takes to be a woman, when it is more than that. We go through our mood swings. We go through, what is it? It is called hot flashes. When you get older, your hormones tends to go all over the place. We have a uterus. We have a womb in order for you to bear and to hold a child, which is something that they don't have. Our hips spread when it comes to delivering a child, which is something that a man cannot do. A man cannot carry a baby. His body is not meant to carry a baby. Let's see what else. We have natural breasts where milk comes out of the breast. And, you know, we are a woman. We are the opposite of a man. Our bone density is different from a man. Our muscle density is different from a man. A man is a lot stronger than us because he is a man. He is a male. He is completely different from us. So for these transgender women to over here sitting here thinking and acting like, oh, that they are a woman. No, you would never be a woman. You were not meant to be a woman. See, have any of you all seen any of these YouTube videos on how they take a man's penis and try to make a mockery out of a vagina, trying to mold it, out of a vagina? It's sickening. See, if you have to go through all that, you have to disfigure your penis to make it look like or resemble a vagina. That means that you were never meant to be a woman. You're not a female. You're not a female. You are a male. That's it. You're a male. Your DNA says that you are a male. That is it. Your DNA. No matter how many times you get these surgeries, no matter how many times you put hormones and you put all type of medication in your body, because see, here's the thing. When it comes to these transgenders, they have to be on medication every single day. They have to take estrogen every single day. They have to. They have to be on medicine every single day throughout the rest of their lives, which is the reason why they want the state, the federal government, to pay for their bills, which means we will have to pay for their bills as taxpayers. We're the ones who are going to have to foot the bill. Because I know it's something like that here in the city of Chicago with Medicaid, that they have it so that transgenders can be able to get the surgery, the reassignment surgery for themselves. Now, I find it funny how society doesn't go out of their way to push trans males. And the reason why they don't go out of their way to push trans males is because the trans males, who are actually biological females, know that they cannot compete in an all man's world. See, what they are basically saying is that men are still better than women. That's what they are basically saying, that men, you are still better than women. Women has fought to have our own sports. We have fought to have our own lane. And yet they are allowing men to come on over and to take over that spot. They're beating and outdoing women's sports. They're outdoing their records. They're beating natural women by 2 miles. It's almost like you can't have anything, but yet they want to get mad talking about toxic masculinity. This is toxic masculinity. They're moving biological women out of the paint. They're telling biological women, sit over here. They want to get mad at us. They want to replace us. They want to have the ability to have access to nothing but men, and heterosexual men at that. This, excuse me. This is all part of buck breaking. This is all part of buck breaking. They want to break everybody. And what they want to do is to force women to feel sorry and to feel bad for being born a biological female. I refuse to bend over for a man who wants to dress up as a woman. I refuse it. I don't give a damn about how you feel that day, because guess what? You don't have to go through the cycle. You don't have to go through the cramps. You don't have to go through the hormone changes. You don't have to see different areas where you got like a little mustache growing on your lips. You have hairs growing out in places that you had never seen before because of your hormones. You never have to experience that. You never have to. There's a lot of things that goes on with being a woman. We have a lot of dysfunctional things that happens to our body as we get older. We experience menopause. You would never experience that. Never. We have hot flashes. You would never experience that. There's a lot of changes that goes on with our body that men would never experience. And that is something that they cannot get through that thick skull. This is the reason why they want to have the ability to have a uterus, even though it's not naturally possible, like I had just mentioned earlier, for them to carry a child, because their bodies are not meant to carry a child. They over here get their voices changed so that it could be softened up like a woman. They get some of their bones saw down a little bit on their chin so that it could be softer like a woman. That's why they go through all these steps with the makeup and everything, because they know that they are a dude, and it's hard for them to try to cover that 5 o'clock shadow on their face. This is what gets me pissed off, because especially when it comes to our black women. See, black women have accepted this nonsense because they have went along with feminism. Now, see, this dude, Faye Johnson, is a feminist who lives in Canada, Ottawa, Canada. This dude is a feminist. Remember what I have said in my previous videos about feminism and how it was destroyed our black community. And who was it that came in with our community with the second wave of feminism? Was the CIA, Gloria Steinem. She was a CIA operative. And she came in with that nonsense to our community, and our black woman took it hook, line, and sinker with it. That's what our black woman did. See, feminism is poison. It is a cancer. And it needs to be rooted out. It needs to be removed. You have this dude who is confused, who doesn't know what he wants to be, but he is a feminist. And he wants to preach that nonsense down and to our community. This is the problem that I have with the trans community. See, they don't know how to stay towards themselves. They always got to ease themselves into our circle. And the reason why they do that is because they know women going to be afraid to push back. The reason why, because they know that you are a man at the end of the day. You're a male. So they're not going to push back. Women knows their places, so they are not going to push back. But when a woman does push back, all these articles talking about, you being transphobic. Ain't nobody being scared of you. No one is scared of you. We're just sick and tired of you all coming over and encroaching on us, trying to tell us how we should think and how we should feel, trying to define for us what is a woman, because you, with your twisted mindset, you have a mind that you're saying, oh, I am a male because I got my penis chopped off. Because you got your penis chopped off, all of a sudden you want to think that you are a female. That is not the way how it works. And then don't get me started on the hermaphrodite when an individual have both sexes, a vagina and a penis. Guess what? They go by the DNA to see exactly who you really are. And that doesn't happen to so many people. That number ranges into the hundreds of thousands, one out of hundreds of thousands of people who develops that. So we're not even going to go there. They determine who you are by your DNA. That's exactly who they determine who you are. And it is up to you if you want to keep that extra genitals. It's up to you. But it really doesn't make any sense. See, this is the fall of Rome. America is falling. It was Roman Emperor Caligula, and they call him to be twisted. It was him. And, oh, wow. I don't know why in the world I cannot think of this other emperor. I know it's Caligula. What? I can't think of the dude right now. But yeah, he was the one that he killed his wife and he had his mother assassinated. Emperor Nero. He had his mother assassinated, and what that dude did, because he used to dress up in women's clothing and he enjoyed doing the plays and stuff like that instead of being an Emperor Nero. He had one boy, because he missed his mother. After he had assassinated his mother, he castrated that boy and had him to wear makeup and everything, and then pretended that was his mother. Caligula, he likes to go to the bathhouses dressed as the woman so that people wouldn't know that it was him. And he would like to have sex with people. He even liked to have sex with his own horse. He enjoyed having sex with the government, some people in his political party, with their wives. And he would do so while they're in the same place up under them. We are in the end of Rome. This is how Rome has fallen because of the sexual deviancy that they have did. Whenever civilization is starting to fall, look at what's being done. Is it being fallen or crippled from the inside, or is it being done from the outside? 9 times out of 10, it's being done from the inside. That is what we're seeing. They're trying to legalize pedophilia, and then you got these confused men out here that thinking that they are a woman. You will never, ever be a woman. You can never be a woman. I don't care how many amount of surgeries you get. I don't care how many times you cut yourself up with these sculptures. You will always be a male. You will never be a woman. And that is the reason why they constantly want to encroach upon our rights as a woman. I know who I am as a woman, and I enjoy it. There be times when I be like, man, I wish I'm not a woman. And this especially happens when I'm cramping, when it's around that time of the month. It used to be for me, I had my cycle for 2 years straight. I had my cycle for 2 years straight, cramping each and every single day. They found out that I went through so much to try to figure out what the issue was. They wanted to give me a hysterectomy, and I told them, no, I want to keep my uterus. Then until we found out there was some polyps that was in my uterus that was causing all of the bleeding, because I was bleeding like a dead animal. It was heavy. It was very heavy. See, a man will never experience that, no matter what. A man will never have to experience going to the doctor and you working with so many different doctors and physicians and trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with your body. A man will never have to go through that. Never. The things that we go through was meant for us as a woman, as a female. What a male goes through is what his body is supposed to go through, which is something that we as a woman will never experience because that's a male's body. We don't have prostate. Males have prostate. So when that transgender male goes to the hospital and he goes to a gynecologist, guess what? That woman or that man is going to end up telling them that no matter what you feel, I can't do anything for you because you're not a female. What you need to do is see a doctor that specializes for you, for your sex. No matter what. It's always going to be male and female. You cannot get around that. There are medication out there that is meant for women, and there are medication out there that was meant for meant for male. You cannot give medication that was meant for a male, you give it to a woman, and vice versa. Why? Because it can kill you. This is something that these confused individuals they don't even want to think about, and nor do they want to dwell upon, because they are sick mentally. They want to replace us because they are so desperate and they are unhappy with themselves. What they need to be seeing is seeing a psychiatrist and a therapist at the same time. That's what they need. But see, and the vast majority of them are white, and unfortunately that disease has been spread to the black community. And then we have these black transgenders over here that wants to come down and want to say that, oh, we're being transphobic. We're not being transphobic. We're just letting you know you're never going to be a female. You can never be a woman, no matter what. So stop trying to impose upon us. Stop trying to tell us how we should feel. Stop trying to tell us what we should be doing with our thoughts and our concerns and with our bodies. You would never be us. Just stop it. You're behaving just like a man, a straight man. Okay? You're behaving with that toxic masculinity as well. Now, I don't believe in toxic masculinity, but when it comes to these transgender males, that's toxic masculinity because they want to impose themselves upon us as a woman. That's what they want to do. And it's a shame that is what they're trying to do. They are trying their damnedest to replace us. And the reason why they want to have easy access to all of the heterosexual males. At the end of the day, they want to have access to heterosexual males and to our children. That's what they want. They want access to the men and they want access to the children. But we as women, we are standing in their way. And that is the reason why they are coming after us. Because see, feminists, this is how you know feminism is very oxymoron. It's because feminists is like, oh yeah, we should accept them. You are a woman. Yay, go girl. All that other type of stuff. But guess what? These dudes who wants to parade themselves as women, they're knocking you out of your spot. And now you want to get upset talking about oh, you never going to be us. Why are you doing this to us? Well, you allowed it. You opened the door. It's oxymoron. One breath you over here talking about, yeah, we should be happy for them. And the same breath you talking about, no, because they over here trying to take over our space. You would never be us. Instead of women saying, no, you need your own lane. You need to have your own little thing while we have ours. Transgenders just want to take over what over women have fought for. And now you have this Hersey ad campaign with this dude to try to highlight honor of International Women's Day. Really? Who? It was that dude, the Kardashian husband. He was the Olympics. I can't think of his name right now, but he was called Woman of the Year. Since when has an ex-wife, become Woman of the Year? When? You don't see a transgender male becoming a male of the year. You want to know why? Because men wouldn't even allow that. They'd be like, you out of your mind. And not only just that, a woman would not think like that. Because why? She knows she ain't no damn man. She knows she's still a female. She knows it. She's not stupid. She may look stupid by removing her natural born breasts to try to look like a man. But she ain't stupid. They can't grow a penis onto a female. That's why they know they can't do much. They know they can't play in male sports because they know that they would get hurt. A man's body makeup, genetic makeup is completely different from a female's genetic makeup. That is what makes us different. We're not meant to be equal. We are not meant to be equal. That is the bottom line. So that's all I wanted to say about it, because that really irritated me as to what's going on. And I'm really am sick and tired of it. I most truly indeed is. I am tired of this jacked up system that we are living in, because it truly is wicked. We're dealing with some wicked people that is living on this earth, and we all have to just protect ourselves. We have to protect our families. We have to protect our children. Women, if you have children, you need to protect them. Men, if you have wives and children, you need to protect them as well. That's all I have to say.